Hi, I'm Cecily. I'm the curator of public art for the Arlington Commission for Arts and Culture. When we started this project with Michelle Lougee, we had two goals. One was to engage everyone in Arlington in making an awesome piece of public art for the town. The other was to get out the message that single-use plastic bags, straws, containers, are endangering the environment, wildlife, people, really the whole planet, and should be stopped. People who cared about this issue from Arlington and beyond donated thousands of plastic bags for us to transform into art. Now we're dealing with a contagious virus. We have to stop its spread. So it's not really safe anymore to use bags given to you by friends or neighbors. So if you want to watch this video and learn how to make Plarn, we ask that you use your own plastic bags that were collected before the pandemic. Thank you and stay safe.
To make Plarn using a newspaper sleeve, you can use scissors. I flatten it out and cut it into approximately 1-inch sections. Good if you have good scissors. Sometimes it helps to have a little bit of tension on the bag or the scissors to do the cutting. So I would cut the entire bag up and cut off the seam at the end. And cut off that seam section and discard that. Now to put the loops together, so what you have are all of these 1-inch sections are loops. So I open up the loops and loop them together. You can loop by laying one on top of the other and kind of inserting the ends through each section. Then I can take another one here. If I put it over the top, I can just push that through and that creates the bond, the knot. There are many ways to make the Plarn, and you kind of get into a rhythm once you get started. It's also possible to take a loop and put it through this loop, and then you take one side of this and put it through the other side and pull that tight. And you keep making that connection, looping and looping together. And then I can bundle that up. Just wrap it around my hand this way and kind of wrap it around in the other direction and pop it through. And that's one little bundle of Plarn. To make Plarn using a handle bag and a rotary cutter, kind of next level. Flatten out the bag, fold it over so I have this kind of 3-inch, I guess, section. Cut off the seam with the rotary cutter. It just pops right off, and cut off the handles. And those are discards. And then I cut that up into sections using the rotary cutter. And you can see it goes a lot faster. Rotary cutters are used for sewing. And this is a cutting mat that's a self-healing cutting mat that is used with X-Acto blades, and the rotary cutters are definitely as sharp as X-Actos. So these loops are much longer. I fit them through the same way and pull tight to create that little square knot. You do want to be a little bit careful because I'm planning to crochet with this Plarn. You want to be a little bit careful to try to get your knots even and not have uneven loops on the yarn. Let me see if I can exhibit that. Not sure. See if I can make it uneven. So see how that side is loose, and that would be a little bit of a problem if I were going to crochet with it. So I can just loosen that knot and try to get the tension right on that and then pull it tight. So while I am crocheting, I am constantly kind of looping and unlooping these knots, so I don't actually try to make them super tight because I spend a lot of time undoing them as well as doing them. So I try not to make it too hard on myself. You can see you get a lot more plastic yarn from one of those candle type bags. And these two, you see I cut a little bit smaller. It doesn't matter that much. When I crochet with it, it's already a double strand, and then I'm knotting it up, so it doesn't make a huge difference if it has a 3/4 of an inch or a 1 inch width. And then again, I just wrap it around my hand. And I just learned that if you can hold this piece out, if you pull from there, then you don't have to undo this outside tie. So when I start to crochet, it will unravel from the inside instead of from the outside. So it's one more little bundle.